Good morning everybody, or evening, depends when you're watching the video. So welcome back to the series where we go from $500 all the way to a supercar. It's currently 7 in the morning, -1 outside. Me and my wife were still in the hospital. Today we should be going home, but before we had time to get discharged, I got a phone call from the guy who's delivering the car. So we have a half an hour drive to the garage and he should be there within a half an hour to an hour, and you will finally find out what is going to be our second car that we're going to flip. Also, I've sold the daily, so the Passat is gone, and on the truck today there is also a car arriving that is going to replace the Passat. So today you're going to see two cars. The first car is going to be for the series 500 to a supercar. It's going to be our second flip. If you haven't seen the first flip, make sure you start the series from part 1 so you get all caught up. And the second car that I bought, it's going to be used as a daily, but I'm also going to sell it and hopefully try to get a profit and then buy something nicer and nicer and nicer. So I think what I bought is nicer than the Passat. Is it the ultimate daily car that I want to buy? No, probably not, but I think it's going to be a little bit more interesting than the Passat. I also bought this 1998 Volkswagen Passat B5, so this is going to be like my backup car when I sell a daily and I'm waiting for a new car to come or something like that. Just an emergency car. I want to have something just there just in case something breaks down or I sell something and I just need a car. So this is like an emergency backup. This car actually has a very interesting history and a really awesome story behind it. So I'm gonna make a separate video about the Passat. This one that we're in here right now really has an interesting story, how I got it and of what it means to me and stuff like that. So I'm gonna make a separate video just talking about it and letting you know the plans with it and stuff like that. So make sure you subscribe to stay up to date with all the content we're putting out. We're going from $500 to a supercar. We're flipping our daily car until we get something awesome. We have the Lexus IS 200 project that we're going to turn into a daily drifter. We're going to restore this Passat to make it look brand new. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of content coming, so make sure you do subscribe and help this channel grow and encourage me to keep making these videos for you. Okay, so once we're at the garage and the truck driver comes with the cars, I will finally reveal the cars that we bought. See you in a bit. Okay, so we're back in the garage. I don't know if you can see that, but it's snowing in spring. Yeah, that's nice. So here is my Passat B5 1998. Like I said, I'm gonna make a separate video telling you the story about this car, how I had it, what it means to me and stuff like that. So yeah, that's gonna be one separate video later on. So yeah, now I'm just gonna enjoy looking at the snow and wait for the delivery driver to deliver the next car for the project and potentially the next daily car. So yeah, I can't wait to see both of the cars. Okay, so as you've seen, we got a Nissan Tiida. Never heard of it before, but yeah, it was cheap, so we got it. And I think it's already sold because while it was on the way here, I listed it up on Facebook Marketplace and I have a few people that want to come down and have a look. So the body work isn't in great shape, but I am selling it a couple of €1,000 below the market. So I think whoever wants a petrol car that runs on LPG and is automatic, they're gonna have a good deal. So yeah, this car runs on petrol and LPG. In my country, that's, well, a very big plus when you're buying a car because it's, well, cheap to run and it's automatic, so easy to drive. So what we're gonna do is, well, Don't even have to clean the interior because, well, it's clean. What we're gonna do is maybe buy a can of touch-up paint and just go around, just touch up. I'll remove that sticker and like touch up all these nasty looking bits just to make it look a little bit better. Yeah, we'll get rid of like this screw, maybe this bit here. We'll do them few touch-ups and that's it. The car will be ready to be sold. As I said, I don't want to spend much time on this flip as me and my wife just had a baby. I want to spend a little bit more time at home. I do still go to work, so yeah, I wanted this flip to take as little time as possible. So yeah, we're gonna do them few little touch-ups on the Nissan, get it cleaned up, and then the people that want to come to see it, they can come down and have a look. I might have to do the number plate change and do the inspection because the car is from Estonia, just like the Jag as well. So yeah, in the series 500 to a supercar, our second flip is the Nissan Tiida. And like I said, I don't want to spend too much time working on a car, so that's why I bought something that I could just spend maybe 1 or 2 evenings on, list it for sale, and we can make a good profit. Because at the moment, the car cost me 1,050. So we have €50 left in the budget for like touch-up paint and stuff, and maybe to do the yearly inspection, and then we can flip it. So we'll only have spent like a maximum of 1,100 because we can't go over our budget, and we should get around 1,600, 1,650. So we'll have made about €500 just in a day or two of work, and then our budget will be around €1,600. So yeah, hopefully we can get then maybe even 2 cars that we can flip. So the process of getting to the supercar will be even quicker because, well, if I'm selling 2 cars at a time, I think it'll be better than selling 1 car at a time. And then as the budget progresses, we'll buy 3 cars at a time, 4 cars at a time, and so on until we reach the budget to buy a supercar. Also, the story with the Jag. So I sold my daily Passat, as maybe you've seen in the previous videos. It currently doesn't run. I'm praying to God it isn't an engine defect. So the plan with this car is, well, first of all, to get it running, do a full body detail. There is some scratches and little dings and that's missing. A wind mirror glass, a fuel cap cover. The seat is all torn up. There's some trim pieces missing. The dashboard's all wrinkly. But yeah, it's pretty nice. I do like it. I like it more than the Passat. But yeah, Jags do have a reputation for being unreliable and that, so I don't plan on keeping the car. We are just gonna fix the interior, fix the exterior, get it all prepped, clean, nice. So the car is just mechanically well and aesthetically pleasing to look at, inside and out. And then, well, I'm just going to use it as a daily car because at the moment I only have my backup car, the Passat B5. So I'm going to use this as a daily car. The Passat's going to stay as a backup car. And then yeah, we're just going to list it up for sale. Once it's sold, we're going to buy something even more interesting. So I think this is more interesting than the Passat. So the next car after this will be even more interesting because obviously I didn't pay much for this car because at the moment it doesn't run. I hope it's not an engine defect. So the car doesn't go into P, and when they try to start it in neutral, once the engine starts cracking over, you can see on the dial it goes into D and then switches off. So I'm hoping it's just gonna be an electrical problem, like a sensor or something on the gearbox, and not the engine and the gearbox itself. So hopefully it's a easy, quick, cheap fix to get this car running and driving again. If it's not as easy as that, I've just made the worst financial mistake in my life. But yeah, I'm just hoping it's going to be a little sensor or a wire or a cable somewhere and the car is going to go into P, into D, crank over, start, and everything like that. So yeah, 2008, the XF, I think it looks beautiful. Like, the car is absolutely sexy. Obviously it needs the few bits that we talked about, but once everything gets done, I think it's going to be quite a nice car to drive around in. And once I have it perfect, I'm going to list it up for sale. Once we get rid of it, we'll buy something even more fun. I'm starting to lean towards the 535. I just don't know if I should get it in the E60 model or the F10 model. I'm guessing the E60 would be less problematic than the F10, but I don't know. Let me know down below. So yeah, that's enough for this video. I just wanted to reveal the car that we got for the series, 500 to a supercar. Also wanted to show you what I bought instead of the Passat. So you're gonna see videos of me repairing this Jag, getting it running, polishing it, and everything like that. But first, in the next video, what we're gonna do is do the bodywork touch-ups, clean it, get the license plates for it and everything, and get rid of it so we can buy the next car. Once we're looking for the next car, we can move on and start fixing this Jag. So if that's something you'd like to see, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the bell notifications to stay up to date with all the content we're putting out. So yeah, I'm gonna head back to the hospital. Hopefully today, me, my wife and my baby daughter get released and we get to go home finally. It's been a stressful week. Thankfully, I got holidays off work. I got the Astra sold just before my wife gave birth. So thank God I don't have all this work piled up on me. So hopefully we come home today, and then in the next few days we can do the Nissan, get it all prepped, clean and ready to sell. Once it's sold, we can start looking for the next car or next 2 cars or whatever, and then we'll move on to fixing the Jag. I do really want to test drive this. It looks like a fun car to drive, to be honest. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video.